Welcome to Southern Virginia and the men's lacrosse team as they take on the Methodist University lacrosse team. Methodist comes in today with a record of 7-7, having lost their last game to Ferrum 8-14, while Southern Virginia comes in at 5-9, having lost their last 5, most recently to York 14-6. York's ranked number 4 in the nation. Should be They still have to wait, though, to find out if they're going to be able to make the lacrosse tournament in the CAC. They're tied right now with St. Mary's. St. Mary's playing today and playing on Saturday. If they win one of those, that knocks the Knights out of it. Coming out today for the Knights will be number 33, Jason Wynn, a junior from Milton, Georgia. Number 16, Zach Danneman, a freshman from Ackworth, Georgia. Also starting is number 22, Casey Rich, a sophomore from Buffalo, New York. Number 12, Logan Lund, a freshman from Holiday, Utah. Number 1, Mike Bangeter, a junior from Highland, Utah. Number 36, Derek Marks, a freshman from North Ogden, Utah. Number 4, Greg Gowdy, a junior from Crozet, Virginia. Number 11, Kieran Giroux, a junior from Annapolis, Maryland. Number 40, Colin Maxfield, a sophomore from Salt Lake City, Utah. And in goal will be number 45, Ian Arvey from Cypress, Texas. Starting for Methodist will be number 2, Jay Robinson, number 7, Trent Diaz, number 20, Trevor Dickinson, number 25, Jackson Bingham, number 31, Aaron Ward, number 33, Daniel Richards, number 41, Brian Cooley, number 42, Josh Brown, number 44, Jake Smirka, and number 48, John Tartling. Again, it's going to be a huge day for the Knights, wanting to end the season at home on a winning streak. Again, the Knights have the best record that they've had in their history as a Division III participant. We've seen the great growth by these Knights and look for great things to come. Hopefully they'll be able to get that number 6 seed spot. There we see number 12, Logan Lund, who's done the yeoman's work in the face-off circle, going up against number 7, Trent Diaz. Waiting for them to get set. It's a beautiful day out today. Mid-60s with the wind blowing. And Logan Lund wins the face-off. Great start for the Knights. See him go down, set the offense up, and we've seen some great offensive output, not only by Casey Rich, who garnered second-team conference last year, but from number 30 there, who just came out of our picture, Peyton Kimber, number 16, Zach Danneman. Brady Cooks had some great games. Mike Bangeter has some great games. So great scoring, really spread out throughout the roster. Kimber with the ball, lays it over to Rich. Rich usually is behind the goal for the Knights, trying to work his magic from back there. See the Knights reversing the ball, trying to find some openings in this Methodist defense. Bangeter working and takes the shot. zips it past the goalkeeper, Jackson Bingham. So Bangor gets the Knights on the scoreboard first with a little bit over a minute into the first quarter. Getting back into the face-off circle will be Lund. And Lund again wins the face-off for the Knights. 2 in a row. Tried to find some openings in the Monarchs defense. Rich. Again, a Rich with a great shot high to the right of the goalkeeper. Finds the back of the goal. 2-0 for the Knights. And I know we've talked about the Knights coming in on a 5-game losing streak, but those games that they lost are to major opponents in the lacrosse world, such as Salisbury, Christopher Newport, Frostburg, and York. All in the conference, all ranked in the top 25 for Division III lacrosse. Logan Lund back. And Lund wins the face-off. As you see, number 36, Derek Marks picked the ball up for the Knights. Marks able to hang on to the ball as he's trying to have his stick checked. Danneman with a move. Oh, great pass into Kimber. No, not Kimber. Sorry, Jason Wynn. And I believe that's Jason Wynn's first goal of the day, or of the season. Wynn, a junior from Milton, Georgia. And you can see the joy and exuberation from all his teammates as Wynn scores his first goal. Great setup by Danneman. Wynn was able to take the pass and put it past Bingham, the goalkeeper. And with that quick start, the Knights only played 2 minutes and have a 3-goal lead. The Monarchs take a timeout. Stay with us. And after that timeout by the Monarchs, the Knights running back onto the field want to keep this game and the momentum that they've gained going. As we said, the Monarchs come in 7-7 overall. They play in the USA South. Their conference schedule has some similarities to the Knights, but not as stringent as the Knights faced in their conference, which is ranked number 1 in Division III lacrosse. Lund loses the face-off as we see the Monarchs on their first attempt on the offensive end. Across the way in the blue shirt, we see Steve McCurdy, a former player and coach here at Southern Virginia for the lacrosse team. Came down from Northern Virginia to check out his team and see how they were doing. Knights defense will be tested for the first time today, but they have a great 3-goal cushion to play around with. Nice double team and switch by the Knights. Able to force the ball around the perimeter, not giving the Monarchs a lot of movement toward the goal. Nice double team there by the Knights, number 25, Sean Takala. These long poles that the Knights throw out there, great defensive effort. First shot on goal by the Monarchs, number 2, Jay Robinson, goes past Ian Arvey to cut the lead that the Knights enjoy to 2 as the Knights have a 3-1 lead. Good timeout that the Monarchs called. Seems to have settled his troops down. But it all begins here at the face-off circle, and if Lund can win the majority of the face-offs, the Knights have a great opportunity to get this win in their season finale. We have a penalty on the Monarchs. The Knights will have the ball. Lund plays it back to Rich. Rich with the ball behind the goal. There you see Spencer Tunick. Set a small screen for him. Rich looking to try to get past the long stick of number 33. That would be Daniel Richards. Knights showing a lot of patience here. We've seen in some earlier games where they really want to increase the tempo of the game and take a lot of quick shots to their advantage. Today, looks like they want to slow the pace down a little bit, keep the defense on the field for the Monarchs for as much time as possible. There's Brady Cook trying to make a move, dodges around, puts a Monarch on the ground. Ball's kicked out of his stick, picked up by the Monarchs as they try to show their offensive transition. The Knights, though, able to get back defensively, set up nicely. So far, neither goalkeeper is able to register a save today, as the offenses have just been better than the defense on the shot. A lot of patience shown by the Monarchs. The Knights sitting back in their defense. Nice job by Syrian Giroux. Able to get his stick on the pass, knocks it out of bounds. Methodist will retain possession, but if the Knights can put forth that type of defensive effort, today will go really well for them. Oh, and a huge shot by number 34, Andrew Ruski. And again, it looks like the offenses just have the goalkeeper's number today, as that ball was able to go right past the ear of Arvey. So the Monarchs are able to cut the lead to 1 as the Knights still retain a 3-2 goal lead. Lund back into the face-off circle. Is able to win the face-off. Knights have had great luck when he's won the face-off. Turns the ball over, though, to the Monarchs. One of the common opponents between the Monarchs and the Knights is Wesley College. The Knights were able to defeat Wesley back in March, 13-10. Methodist has lost to Wesley also in March, 13-14. And the Monarchs look to be trying to lull the defense asleep as both of their shots have come off runs from the point position down to the goal. Shots have been taken about 15 yards out, and all shots have been able to get past the goalkeeper. Really want to cut down the shooting space that the Monarchs have been enjoying. Oh, as a nice pass into the middle doorstep there at the crease to Jay Robinson. Robinson tries to shoot the ball behind his head, goes wide to the goal right. The Monarchs will retain possession. Waiting for the referees to sort everything out. So Tunic had a procedural penalty against him. The Knights are a man down for 30 seconds. Shot by the Monarchs. Knights are able to defend that. The Knights really want to try to kill this penalty without giving up the lead. Stop play there as the glove came off of Ty Haith. Player safety first. Restart. And it's getting close to that penalty being released now. And the Knights have killed the penalty. Great job defensively. Knights not giving up a man down penalty goal. Good check by Dean Anderson. Oh, and that's just too easy as we saw the pass come in from around the perimeter to number 34. Again, Andrew Ruski. Oh, sorry, number 44, Jake Smirka. Able to tie the game up now, and we saw the Knights come out quick. In the first 2 minutes, score 3 goals. The Monarchs called a timeout and now have worked their way back to a 3-3 tie with 7:18 left to go in the first quarter. And that was just too easy of a shot as Smirka was left on the doorstep right in front of the crease. No Knights around. Wins the face-off as Marks brings the ball across into the offensive end. Momentarily drops it. Should probably get it to one of the short stick attackers, and he does. Knights looking around the perimeter. And when the Knights have been more successful, we've seen the ball really whip around the perimeter, trying to force the defense to catch up with their slides and finding creases in the defenses. Right now, just not enough movement. Simon looks to force his way in. Takes the shot, backed up by 27, Anthony Good. Ball going around the perimeter. Casey Rich looking to try to dodge. Find a crease. Is double teamed by the Monarchs. Somebody should be open. Pass goes errant. And finally out of bounds, we have an offsides. Monarchs will retain possession now. You see the Monarchs really looking to have someone cut to the middle of the crease there. The Knights have defended it well for moments, and then late into the clock have just fallen asleep. Nice defense by Cameron Bonner. Looks like Arby was able to deflect that just a little bit. Backed up, though, by Aaron Ward of the Monarchs. Monarchs call out a set play. Arby with another great save. Ball's loose on the ground. Picked up and bounced over the goal, but again, backed up by the Monarchs. Danneman looking to go to goal. With a huge check by Daniel Richards. Danneman looks to force his way around. And the Monarchs look to come to double team so many times. The Knights are going to have to adjust to that on their offensive scheme. Have someone dive toward the goal. Should be open. Tunick looking to try to dodge through the defense of the Monarchs. Cook with the ball now. Cook's made a lot of things happen, not just for himself, but also great job of distributing the ball this season. And there's a shot by Casey Rich to put the Knights back up on top, 4-3. So 3:25 to go left in this first quarter. The Knights find themselves back up on top, 4-3. As again, we see Lund back into the face-off circle. For the Monarchs will be Trent Diaz. Lund's able to win the face-off for the Knights. Plays it ahead to Tunick. Tunick tries to get through. A long pole defender. That was number 41, Brian Cooley Jr. Looked like he had his arm hooked with his pole, though. So the Knights will retain possession. Dean Anderson lays the ball off to Brady Cook. Cook, who's been fighting a foot injury, looks to be okay out there on the field. Cook able to get past the defender. Takes the shot. Wide to the left of the goal. Backed up, though, by Rich of the Knights. They'll retain possession. Danneman lays it over to Peyton Kimber. And we're going to have a procedure against the Knights. Turn the ball over to the Monarchs, and there's the Monarchs clear the ball down the field. Knights are clinging to a 1-goal lead as the Monarchs play the ball around the perimeter. Errant pass, ball on the ground, scooped up though nicely by Jake Smirka, one of the goal scorers for the Monarchs today. Wide shot by Jay Robinson. Monarchs retain possession. The Knights defense doing a nice job after giving up 3 goals. Have seemed to settle down. Realize what the Monarchs are trying to do to them and finding ways to stop those runs and passes to the middle. Harvey able to come up with another save. Knights look to clear now. And this has been one of the sticking points with the Knights this season. If they clear, all's good. And the Knights have cleared as we see Mike Bangeter bring the ball into the offensive end. Ryan Larson with the ball, lays it off for Casey Rich. Rich comes around the near side, skips the ball past the goalkeeper for goal number 3 of the day. Now the Knights enjoy a 2-goal lead with 15 seconds left to go in this first quarter. Well, all the Knights' goals have been scored rather quickly. We saw the first 3 goals scored within 2 minutes of the first quarter. The last 2 goals that the Knights scored have been within a minute of each other. Lund wins the face-off, takes the ball down into the offensive end. Less than 10 seconds to go in this first quarter. Ball would go over to the Monarchs. 4 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. And that's the end of the first quarter with the Knights leading the Monarchs of Methodist College 5-3. Some of the comparisons, the statistics for this first quarter. The Monarchs have 9 shots. The Knights have 8. Shots on goal, though, the Knights have 5-3 for the Monarchs. Face-offs won. The Knights handily, with that statistic on their side, 8-1. Ground balls, 3-1 for the Monarchs. Turnovers, the Knights have 5. And penalties, 1 penalty for the Knights for 30 seconds. Well, with your Knights leading 5-3, as they go into the start of the second quarter, we'll take a short timeout. And we're back to the second quarter with the SVU Knights leading the Monarchs of Methodist University 5-3. Logan Lund back into the face-off circle where he's done yeoman's work, not just today, but for the whole year for the Knights, winning the majority of the face-offs, and he just won another one. And this just leads to the attack nature that the Knights have had all day long. Knights lead 5-3 on goals by Mike Bangeter, Casey Rich, and Jason Wynn. Knights looking to attack the defense of the Monarchs. A great save by Zach Danneman. Unfortunately, the ball goes over to the Methodist Monarchs. Methodist clears the ball with relative ease as the Knights get back in their defensive transition. Again, the Knights are awaiting to see what St. Mary's is going to do as this concludes the Knights season. Their conference season concluded with the loss against York. St. Mary's, though, tied with Southern Virginia in conference play. The Knights do have the tiebreaker as they beat St. Mary's, so the head-to-head tiebreaker goes to the Knights. Coming up for St. Mary's, they play Christopher Newport tomorrow, and they're at Frostburg on Saturday. So a win at either one of those and the Knights fall out of the sixth position. A loss to both of those, the Knights get into the Capital Athletic Conference Tournament as the sixth seed. Monarchs looking around the Knights defense, trying to find some openings. They found some quick openings in the middle of the field in that first quarter. Knights look to shore the defense up, not allow that to happen again. Shot on goal. Harvey's able to kick it away. Monarchs retain possession as they backed it up. Some of the conference leaders are here today for the Knights as Casey Rich leads the Capital Athletic Conference with 44 goals on the season. Ian Harvey is number 2 in saves with 153 this season. So some great stat leaders as the Knights are putting up their finest season in Division III play. Great defense by the Knights, just funneling the Monarchs away from the goal, not allowing any shooting space. Harvey with another great save, bounces off one of the Knights' heads. That was Sean Takala. Ball on the ground. Scooped up by Robinson of the Monarchs. Oh, and great play by Ibrahim Kargbo. Able to reach a stick up for the interception of the shot. We're going to have a penalty here as Kargbo went through number 31, Aaron Ward. Looks like the two referees are going to get together to discuss this one because I don't think either one of them could believe what they saw. That was the immovable force meets the irresistible object. Unfortunately, it looks like the call is going to go against Kargbo. Oh, they're going to put it against Ward, number 31 of Methodist, for an illegal body check. Kargbo able to run through Ward. Knights retain possession. Great job by Ibrahim. And Ibrahim was one of the nicest guys you'll want to meet outside the lacrosse field. He's just shown you what he can do to you inside the lacrosse field. Shot on goal. Bounces over the goal. Knights trying to take advantage of this man-up situation. And Peyton Kimber is able to get Knights lead 6-3. Great job by the Knights man-up offense, to manufacture the goal. Those are some things that we have seen in the past where the Knights have maybe struggled a little bit trying to convert on their man-up offense. Today, no problems. Lund back into the face-off circle. Started a little bit early. Methodist will start with the ball as Trent Diaz brings it into the offensive end, lays it off to 44, Jake Smirka. And again, the Knights have done a great job against the Monarchs since the 7:18 mark in the first quarter. The Knights offense started so fast, the defense kind of fell asleep. The Monarchs will come back and score 3 goals in rather quick fashion. Knights defense have stiffened up since that 7:18 mark in the first quarter and now have a 3-goal lead. Knights 6, Methodist University 3. Watching a lacrosse game the other day, it must have just been because of the cold, but I saw the shot clock turned on in 90% of the offensive possessions. Ground ball picked up by the Monarchs. Nice collapse of the defense there on number 20, Trevor Dickinson. Knights look to clear the ball now. Get it to Peyton Kimber. Kimber may take it down himself. Kimber, a 6'2", 210 freshman from Elk Ridge, Utah. Danneman loses the ball. Ground ball's picked up by Methodist, but Danneman never given up, stayed on the hip, was able to check the ball out of the stick, and then comes in and manufactures a goal for himself. Danneman, unassisted, to give the Knights a 7-3 lead. Zach Danneman is the 5th leading scorer in the Capital Athletic Conference. So it's nice to see him get off the goose egg here with a 9:11 left to go in the second quarter. Knights with possession off the face-off. Marks brings it all the way into the offensive end. Looks to make a move. Tries to shovel it underneath the goalkeeper. And it looks like Coach Lamb has called a timeout for the Knights as they are up 7-3 with 8:49 left to go in this second quarter. As the timeout happens, please stay with us as we take a quick timeout. We'll be right back. As we come back from the timeout, see the Knights coming out onto the field. The Knights' destiny do not lie in their own hands, as they have to wait for 2 games that St. Mary's will be playing tomorrow and Saturday to see if they retain the 6th position in the Capital Athletic Conference and get to that all-important tournament game. St. Mary's plays Christopher Newport and Frostburg. If we look at the standings, 2 games that should be won by Christopher Newport and Frostburg, giving the Knights the 6th spot by way of the tie-break, the head-to-head win that the Knights enjoyed over St. Mary's. And what a win that was, as Casey Rich was able to put the ball in with no time left on the clock, and then the Knights come back in overtime with the golden goal to take a 1-goal win from St. Mary's. Without that win, the Knights would not be even close to being in the tournament picture. Casey Rich accepts the double team, gets the ball off to Tunick. Tunick looks to dodge around a defender. Knights spread the defense back out again. Larson on the attack. Gets checked out. Oh, good. Loses the ball out of his stick. Picked up by the Monarchs. Let's see what type of transition they have. Huge check there. The Monarchs are able to retain possession, though, as the Knights get back on their defensive transition. Monarchs wait till everybody gets into the offensive end for their attack to begin. Knights doing a great job of funneling the ball away from the goal. And the problems that plagued them in the first quarter. Great save by Arvey. Problems that plagued them in the first quarter of having the ball right to the front doorstep of the crease. They haven't allowed that since the 7:18 mark in the first quarter. Bangeter looking to clear the ball for the Knights, and does so easily, as the Monarchs chose just to get back on defense. Bangeter lays the ball back to Danneman behind the goal. Danneman slowly looks to attack for the Knights. Ball goes to Casey Rich as he comes around the near side of the crease. Defender on the ground, shoots, and right into the stick of Jackson Bingham. Ground ball. Picked up by Peyton Kimber. Kimber slowly cruises into the offensive end. Danneman looks to take on the defense to the ground and back up, but keeps control of the ball. Shot wide. And with the hustle of Danneman, able to get back to that loose ball. Pick it up for the Knights. Knights are on the attack now. There's Cook. Oh, great pass by Cook to Tunick. Tunick, with no one around him, is able to get the goal as the Knights now lead 8-3. Great pass by Brady Cook to find Spencer Tunick all alone on the left side of the goal. There'll be a penalty on Methodist. A 1-minute slashing penalty, which is a releasable on a goal. The Knights now have, again, a man-up. Let's see if their man-up offense is as efficient as it was earlier in the game. Ball picked up by Tunic. The Knights win the face-off. Danneman looked to step in, thought better of it. Knights want to set up, make sure they get a great shot on this offensive position to try to get a 6-goal lead. High shot by Danneman. And Brady Cook winds up and with a sidearm shot is able to extend the lead of the Knights to 6 goals. The Knights now lead the Monarchs 9-3. And the scoring for the Knights is really evenly distributed. You have Casey Rich with 3, but then you have Jason Wynn, Peyton Kimber, Zach Danneman, Spencer Tunick, Brady Cook, and Mike Bangeter, all with 1 goal. Lund back into the face-off circle for the Knights. And wins the face-off. Knights retain possession. Oh, and they say it's off of the Knights, out of bounds. Monarchs with possession now. And there in the lower right-hand corner, you saw 3 of our esteemed members of faculty and staff. Fran McDonald, Provost Madison Sowell, and Dean of Students. Ball's on the ground, picked up. Derek Marks coming down with a shot on goal, able to be stopped this time by Jackson Bingham, the Dean of Students, Charlie Bowen, was who were trying to get out, but turnovers disallowed that as the Knights again pick up the ball that was on the ground. And another timeout by Southern Virginia and Coach Lamb, wanting to make sure that they maximize this opportunity, looking to try to go up into halftime with a 7-goal lead. And with that timeout, we'll take a short timeout also. Welcome back to the fields at Southern Virginia, where the Knights lead the Monarchs 9-3 coming out of this timeout. And so far in the second quarter, the Knights have blanked the Monarchs, not allowed a single goal, as the Knights themselves have picked up 4 goals, looking to get the 5th goal of this quarter. Knights have been very efficient on offense, very efficient when they've had a man-up opportunity, and they look to continue that in this last 3 minutes and 25 seconds of the second quarter. Again, the Knights have been most effective when they've moved the ball quickly around the perimeter. Ryan Larson looking to get past the defender, Sean Maevsky. Larson with the dodge. Shot behind the goal, but backed up nicely by Mike Bangeter. Casey Rich on the near side. Looking to get back to the middle. Finds the ball on the ground. Shot picked up by number 1 Mike Bangeter and is able to get it past the goalie, number 25 Jackson Bingham. His second goal of the day. And Bangeter extends the lead that the Knights enjoy to 7. It's great to see these young men really starting to excel now. Rough year last year for them. Gained a lot of experience, and playing in the Capital Athletic Conference, you may look at their record and say, how can you say they're getting any better? Look at their out-of-conference record is all I have to say to you. Plus, look at the way that the top 25 is loaded with Capital Athletic Conference opponents. Face-off won by the Knights. Dean Anderson trying to get the Knights set up now. There's Bangeter. Plays it way across the field to Rich. Rich is content to look for a opening. There's Bangeter at the top. Accepts the double team. Gets through the double team. Ball comes out. We have a penalty flag thrown. And it looks like the Knights will be a man up now. May have had a holding penalty there. And it is against the Monarchs, number 50, Ethan O'Neill, for holding. Knights with their man-up offense. Want to take advantage of this time. Holding penalty is a 30-second releasable penalty. Oh, and great shot again. Peyton Kimber plays it off the upright. The pipes giveth and the pipes taketh away. Today it's giving. Peyton Kimber gets number 2 of the day. Cook with the assist. Knights enjoy an 8-goal lead and lead 11-3. And right now the Knights are making it look very easy. Of course, being a man up, that should help out a lot. Logan Lund back into the face-off circle for the Knights. Lund wins the face-off. Under a minute and 30 left in this second quarter and in the half. Knights want to make sure that it go in no worse than the 8-goal lead that they have right now. Wanting to take the last shot of this half. Casey Rich looks to get around. Takes the shot. Backed up nicely by Danneman of the Knights. Danneman with a jump shot there. A jump shot. And Danneman gets his second of the day. And that extends the Knights' lead now to 9 goals. As you see, the Knights lead Methodist Monarchs 12-3. Such an excitable young man. He and Peyton Kimber will be serving missions next year for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. We won't see him for 2 years. They'll come back hopefully, and be ready to jump right back into lacrosse for the Knights. Knights win the face-off as Derek Marks picks up the loose ball. Danneman. Errant pass. Ground ball. Recovered nicely by the Knights. Dean Anderson with it now. Under 20 seconds now. The Knights really want to make sure that they take the last shot of this quarter. Danneman, high shot. 11 seconds left to go. Larson looks to get into the shooting area. Takes a wild shot as he was pushed from behind. Knights have the ball with 0.1 seconds left. And that's the quarter with the Knights leading 12-3. Some of the statistics for the Knights. Shots. The Knights lead that statistic 26-12. Shots on goals. The Knights 16-5. Saves. The Monarchs have 4. The Knights have 2. Face-offs 1. The Knights dominating the face-offs 15-2. Ground balls. The Knights 12. The Monarchs 8. Clears. The Knights 3 of 5. The Monarchs 5 of 9. Turnovers. The Knights 10 and the Monarchs 8. Cause turnovers. The Knights 4 and the Monarchs 1. Man up goals. The Monarchs 0 of 1. The Knights 3 for 3. And penalties. The Monarchs have 3 for 150 seconds. Or a minute and a half. And the Knights have 1 for 30 seconds. We're going into halftime now. The Knights lead the Monarchs of Methodist University 12-3. Stay with us for the second half. Welcome back to Southern Virginia, where the Knights lead the Monarchs of Methodist University 12-3. Great first half by the Knights. Goal scorers for the Knights: Casey Rich with 3, Zach Dannon with 2, Peyton Kimber with 2, Jason Wynn, Spencer Tunick, Brady Cook have 1. Mike Banker also has 2 for the Knights. Knights won the face-off. Ball's on the ground. Picked up by the Monarchs. And the Monarchs haven't been able to score on the Knights since the 7:18 mark in the first quarter. Knights defense has really stiffened up after allowing 3 goals in succession to the Monarchs. Knights now with possession. Peyton Cameron with the ball behind the goal. Pass stolen by number 48, John Tartline of the Monarchs. The Monarchs trying to clear the ball now. Ball's on the ground. And finally recovered. Ty Haith of the Monarchs able to clear the ball now into their offensive end. Monarchs trying to explore the defense and solve the riddle, really, of the defense of the Knights right now, as they've limited the Monarchs to 0 points in over a quarter and a half. Shot on goal, as we have a new goalkeeper for the Knights, number 19, Derek Lamb. Monarchs able to retain possession.
Yes, Sean.
Nice.
Yeah,
Doing a great job checking the Monarchs. Pass stolen by the Knights. That was number 11, Syrian Giroux. Ball's on ground, as it looks like Rich lost the ball. Monarchs look to clear the ball quickly, trying to catch the Knights in a defensive transition. And a great save by Lamb, as Jay Robinson lined up a shot. And there's Peyton Kimber with a shot on goal for number 3 of the day. Increases the Knights' lead now, as they lead 13-10, 11:26 in the third quarter. Back to the face-off circle will be number 12, Logan Lund. Lund's done a great job of winning today in the face-off circle. And the ball is finally picked up by Marks of Southern Virginia as he plays it back to Rich. And Rich is able to set up the defense by laying it over to Danneman. Danneman funneled off on his approach by the defense of the Monarchs. Bangerter looking for some room. And he is being hawked by a Monarch defender. Danneman gets loose. Takes a shot that goes wide of the goal. Tunick there for the backup. Ryan Larson to Bangerter to Tunick. Again, Knights looking to try to move the ball, catch the defense in a slide. Larson goes toward goal, saved by the Monarchs. Backed up nicely by Bangerter. New goalie for the Monarchs, number 23, Griffin Glover. Errant pass. Turns the ball over to the Monarchs. Monarchs looking to clear as the Knights put some pressure defense. Quick attack by the Monarchs. Sealed off nicely by the Knights. Shots deflected by a Knights defender. Ground ball, though, picked up nicely by Ben Click. Nice rotation on the defense by the Knights. And there we see number 44, Jake Smirka, with his second goal of the day, just able to bull his way past a couple defenders and gets the shot past Lamb. Lead now down to 9 as Southern Virginia leads 13-4, 8:41 left to go in this third quarter. Lund back into the face-off circle, wins the face-off. Unfortunately, the ground ball was picked up momentarily by the Monarchs. No one with the control yet. Now the Monarchs with control, looking to clear. Again, nice pressure defense by the Knights, trying to do anything they can to disrupt the flow of offense of the Monarchs. See the Knights defense trying to set in as Ibrahim Kargbo there, almost with the ground ball. And we're going to have a timeout by the Monarchs. Quick timeout by Methodist. Worked for them in the first quarter where they called a timeout as the Knights jumped to a 3-0 lead. Called the timeout and scored 3 successive goals. I'm sure they're hoping that happens again today. So with 7:43 left to go in the third quarter, the Monarchs call a timeout. We'll take a quick timeout also. Welcome back to the fields at Southern Virginia University as the Knights lead the Monarchs of Methodist University 13-4. Methodist called a timeout, trying to find some type of offensive strategy that can crack the defense of the Knights. They did it in the first quarter where they called a quick timeout after 2 minutes, scored 3 successful goals after that. The Knights, the defense, though, for the Knights have really dug their heels in since then. Cardbo out front. Shot by Robinson. Goes wide to the left of the goalkeeper. Or right of the goalkeeper, excuse me. Lamb now in goal for the Knights. See number 23 of the Knights. Patrick Reese out. Chasing. He and Cardbo up on top of the defense, really making some great checks. Wide shot there as Greg Gowdy's in defense. Going to have a foul on the Knights, which will put them in a man-down situation now. That penalty went on number 23, Patrick Reese. 1 minute slashing. Earlier in this game, the Knights were able to kill a 30-second penalty. Let's see if they can kill a minute penalty now. Monarchs really trying to increase the pace. Catch the Knights in a defensive slide. Hard shot off the pipes. Lamb was there. Ground ball. Big scrum trying to find possession of it. And the Monarchs finally do. Huge shot on goal as Lamb was able to cut the angle off. Oh, and that was way too easy. Nothing Lamb could really do about it as we see number 20 of the Monarchs, Trevor Dickinson, come from behind the goal, get a one-on-one with Lamb. Not a lot Lamb could do, being a man down. The Knights now lead 13-5 and enjoy an 8-goal lead. Lund back into the face-off circle. See the penalty flag thrown. Foul will be called against the Knights. Monarchs on the attack. And now we'll have the penalty call. Looks like it's going to be a conduct foul called on the Knights. Oh, and there's going to be a penalty now on Coach Lamb, or the referee just telling Coach Lamb to, that's enough. Don't want any more of it. As we wait for the referees to straighten this out. Again, I'm looking to have 2 men down now. As we see Penalty flags all over the place being picked up by the players. The Knights come into this game waiting for St. Mary's to finish off their conference season. St. Mary's has 2 conference games left, one against Christopher Newport, one against Frostburg State. A loss in both of those, the Knights would head into the Capital Athletic Conference tournament as the 6th seed. If St. Mary's is able to win one of them, the Knights have come a long way, but just come up a little bit short in their quest to make that conference tournament. In other games, in teams around the Southern Virginia campus, the men's tennis team has secured the 4th seed in the Capital Athletic Conference tournament. Congratulations to the men's tennis team. Over the weekend, or yesterday, the games that were supposed to be played over the weekend, the baseball was supposed to go to St. Mary's, was canceled for Saturday. They played them yesterday. The Knights were able to split that. And there's a quick goal as the Knights were 2 men down. St. Mary's now comes back as the Knights enjoy a 13-6 lead. 7-goal lead now for the Knights. Again, as that goal was scored by Trevor Dickinson. So we had 2 penalties on Casey Rich, unsportsmanlike conduct and offsides and slashing. So Casey had the trifecta there. Back to the face-off as we see number 2, Seth Brown, in for the face-off. Huge check as the Monarchs are able to run through Greg Gowdy. Knights back on defense and still enjoying a 7-goal lead now with 4:35 left to go in this 3rd quarter. Smirka able to go to his left, gets the shot past Lamb, his 3rd of the day, and now the Knights' lead dwindles to 6. And with the Monarchs slowly climbing back into this game, you have to wonder if the Knights took the foot off the pedal a little bit too early, feeling like they had this game already won. Back in the face-off, Logan Lund against 42 of the Monarchs. Josh Brown. Ground ball picked up by the Monarchs. Deflected pass. The Knights able to retain possession, gain possession. We're going to have a foul there on the ground. We have an illegal check. And another flag. So this game is starting to break down as we're seeing multiple flags in this 3rd quarter. Well, we know one will be an illegal check on Methodist. Referee's trying to explain what the multitude of flags were for. So 2 penalties on number 3 of the Monarchs. Chris Lombardi. Both of them are 30-second penalties. The Knights will be man up now. So now the Knights with the advantage, looking to gain back one of those goals that they've lost in this third quarter. Knights being 2 men up. Shot on goal, backed up nicely by Rich. Cook with a hard shot, but a great save by the new goalkeeper for the Monarchs, number 23, Griffin Glover. Monarchs were looking to clear. We're going to have a foul now called on the Knights, as they want to take advantage of their superior numbers on the field. Also, Glover, being a freshman, wanted to put a little bit of pressure on him. See some shift changes between both teams. Penalty was on number 16, Zach Danneman. The penalty call is a trip. As you see the emotion from the young man wanting to be out there on the field. It's a 1-minute releasable penalty. Monarchs will be a man up now. See the penalty being killed for the Monarchs, and onto the field now, as now the Monarchs enjoy the man-up situation. The Knights want to make sure they knew where Smirka was. Ground ball. Picked up nicely by number 40, Colin Maxfield. Maxfield goes, plays it over to Tunick. Tried to get the connection pass a little bit high. So the turnover will go to the Monarchs of Methodist University. There you see some of our great fans lining the field, as they've really come out not only to support the Knights, but to get out on this beautiful day and enjoy some sunshine weather. Oh, we have an injury now for the Monarchs. And with that injury, we'll take a short timeout. And we're back as that injury happened to number 2 of the Monarchs, Jay Robinson. Hopefully the young man is okay. Don't want to see anybody get injured this late in the season. Both teams trying to complete the season relatively injury-free. Monarchs with the ball into the offensive zone now. Smirka being checked by number 4, Greg Gowdy. Gowdy, one of the stalwarts on the defensive end. Quick shot by number 5, Ben Click, goes to the right of Lamb. Backed up by the Monarchs. Lamb with a nice save. Again, the Knights trying to kill the penalty. Another quick shot, this time to the left of Lamb. That shot was taken by Ty Hythe. And we're going to have a turnover now. Knights will receive the ball. Dean Anderson looking to clear. Definitely skips down the near sideline. Casey Rich looking to go around. Tries to find Tunick. Tunick with a nice fake down low is able to go over the top of the goalkeeper. That'd be Griffin Glover. Tunick now with his second of the game and increases the lead of the Knights back to 7. At one point in this quarter, the Knights enjoyed a 10-goal lead. So now 33 seconds left to go in this third quarter. The Knights lead Methodist University 14-7. Lund back into the face-off circle against Josh Brown. Methodist is able to win that face-off as the ball was picked up nicely by A.J. Mejia. Knights want to make sure that defense stiffens up. Don't want to give up a late goal in this third quarter. Nice save by Lamb on a low shot. Knights not able to clear. Great stick check by Marks. Marks is able to kill the period as the Knights enjoy a 7-goal lead. So at the end of the third quarter, the Knights of Southern Virginia 14, the Methodist Monarchs 7. Please stay with us for the exciting fourth quarter. Well, welcome back to the fourth quarter as Southern Virginia leads the Methodist Monarchs 14-7. The Knights trying to end this season on a high note, winning their last home game, and also looking to get into the Capital Athletic Conference tournament, although that doesn't remain in their hands. They have to hope that Christopher Newport and Frostburg beat St. Mary's. Nice job as we see number 28 of the Knights, Mike Anderson, run through a check. Danneman with the ball wisely brings it back out. Again, the Knights looking for opportunities to score, but really looking for opportunities to keep the clock running. Don't want the clock to stop. Want to make sure that the Knights don't give up opportunities to the Monarchs and hang on to this lead. A great job to step through. And a huge shot by Spencer Tunick. Ball just bounces off the pipes. Monarchs are able to regain possession. Pass is errant, though. And then picked up by Greg Gowdy. Knights now look to clear the ball. Get it to Brady Cook. Cook will clear it by himself. Again, the Knights looking to just keep the clock running. Don't want to incur any penalties. Want to make sure they get enough shots off to keep the clock going and not incur the shot clock. And have this great season wind down on a positive note. Larson gets double teamed. Plays it back to Danneman. Danneman with a shot. And it'll go over to the Monarchs. A win today would end the Knights with a 6-9 record. They have played multiple teams in the top 20 of Division III lacrosse this year and have made great strides and hope to continue to make strides as they're cheering for Christopher Newport and Frostburg State on Wednesday and Saturday to beat St. Mary's so their season can continue. We'll have a foul called now. Don't know if it's a foul or if it's a clock issue. And I'm sure the Knights wouldn't be upset if they took a few extra seconds off the clock now. And they have taken a few seconds off the clock. Monarchs down by 7, need to really try to make something happen now. The Knights trying and hoping that their defense digs in and they can retain possession and cut some minutes off the clock. Ball was on the ground momentarily, picked up nicely by Aaron Ward. Again, ground ball. Ty Haith able to pick up the ball as the Monarchs retain possession. And again, if the Knights can just keep on playing defense like this, they don't mind if the Monarchs burn 2 or 3 minutes off the clock. There's Jay Robinson back into the game after being helped off in the third quarter. And we'll have a turnover to the Knights now. Danneman going toward goal. Takes the shot, nicely defended by Glover of the Monarchs. We have a penalty flag on the ground now. So the Knights will be able to eat into some time and then have a man-up opportunity. Brady Cook plays it back over to Peyton Kimber. Cook with a hard shot, stick check. And now we'll stop the clock to find out what the penalty is, as the Knights will enjoy a man-up opportunity. The penalty goal on number 48 of Methodist, John Tartline. It'll be a delay of game penalty, 30-second releasable. Knights will have a man up now. See if they can extend this lead with their man up offense, or if Coach Lamb wants to play it safe and just continue to possess the ball. There you see great chemistry. Oh, nice pass by Kimber. Unfortunately, Tunick just not able to hang on to the ball. Huge shot. The Knights able to back it up. It was a great play by the Knights. Tunick just not able to hang on to the pass to get the open shot at the crease. Oh, nice. Nice screen and roll there as Kimber came off of Casey Rich. Rich popped to the open spot. Kimber is able to find him, and Rich finds the back of the net for his fourth of the day and increases the Knights' lead to 8. So with 9:30 left to go in this fourth quarter, the Knights lead 15-7. Back to the face-off circle will be Lund. And that'll be 42. In for the Monarchs. Lund is able to win the face-off for the Knights. And again, the Knights can control the ball for multiple minutes now. Dean Anderson with it now. Nice pass. Anthony Good. Instead of forcing a shot, takes it back out, looks to get past the defenders. Again, great job by the Knights offense. Not forcing anything that's not there. Making sure that they're going to get a great shot. Keeping the ball in their possession. Ganneman, ball just skips past the goalkeeper. Backed up nicely by Tunick. We'd like to remind you to stay with us at the end of this game as the Knights will honor 2 seniors for this year. Mike Bangeter and Jason Wynn. Larson being guided out. Good with a hard shot just to the left of the goalkeeper. Out of bounds. Bangeter there to back it up. Bangeter's had a great game today, scoring 2 goals for the Knights. Looking to possibly get a third. Great fake. Good. Trying to bull his way in. Nice job by 33, Daniel Richards. Big shot by Larson. Goes to the left. Backed up nicely again by Bangeter. Nice again to retain possession for a minute and a half now. Have made several attacks, have retained possession, and love to see them eat time right off the clock. Anthony Good trying to bull his way in. Nice check, though. That was number 47, Quinn Daughtry. Nice spin. Plays it back to Tunick. Tunick gets it to Bangeter. Bangeter looking to dodge into the middle, trying to find an opening to get his 3rd goal of the day. Tunick unable to handle the pass. Ball's on the ground. Scramble for it now. And we'll have the ball turned over to the Monarchs. 5:54 left in this 4th quarter. The Knights enjoy an 8-goal lead. Again, I invite you to join us right after the game as the Knights will honor 2 of their seniors today. Methodist trying to clear. Ball's loose on the ground. Picked up cleanly by 44, Jake Smirka. Nice job by Sean Takala, able to ride Andrew Ruski out. Low to high shot by Jay Robinson. The Knights are able to defend that. Nice save by Lamb. Knights looking to clear now. See number 28, Mike Anderson, get the ball ahead to Bangeter. And the Knights in no major hurry. They'll probe and they'll look for opening shots. But if the defense doesn't allow certain movements, they're not going to force anything as they enjoy an 8-goal lead now as we approach the 4.5-minute mark. We just saw Zach Danneman's father a few minutes ago pop his head in to say hello. Said that he saw that Zach didn't trip on the penalty that was called on him, and also gave us his nickname, but we will not divulge now on air. Peyton Cameron going to his left and shoots on the run. Able to get the ball past the goalie for his 4th goal of the day. And now the Knights enjoy a 9-goal lead, looking to try to get to that 10-goal lead that they enjoyed earlier in the 3rd quarter. The Knights came out fast and furious in this in the first half, scoring the first 3 goals of the game in quick fashion within 2 minutes of the beginning of the first quarter. Methodist called a quick timeout, was able to come back with 3 goals of their own, and then after that it's been all Knights. Seth Brown in for the face-off. Jay Robinson picks it up for the Methodist Monarchs. Knights defense gets back and settles in. And again, they don't mind Methodist being very patient with the ball as the seconds continue to tick away. Quick shot on goal. Number 5, Ben Click. Click gets his first of the day. The 8th for the Monarchs. And with 3:33 left to go in this game, the Knights 16, the Monarchs 8. Again, back into the face-off circle now. Seth Brown not able to get it as the ball is turned over to the Monarchs. Quick shot by Smrka. Backed up nicely by the Monarchs. Big check. Huge save by Derek Lamb. Click was going for a second of the day. Lamb was there to shut it down. Knights look to clear now. Under 3 minutes to go in the game. Please stay with us after the end of the game, as the Knights will honor 2 seniors on the team. Tunick with a great spin move. Able to clear the ball. Knights with the ball in the offensive end. Line changes now for the Knights. Ball goes back to 27, Anthony Good. Good took it down the near side. Throws it back to Danneman. Danneman looked to try to force his way in. Over to Larson. Hot shot by Good. Huge save by Glover. Knights trying to put pressure on the Monarchs now as the Monarchs try to clear the ball. We're fast approaching the 1.5 minute mark now. The Knights enjoy an 8-goal lead. Big shot by Smrka, sorry. Oh, we're going to have fouls now left and right. Saw Colin Maxfield get into it a little bit with Smrka. Smrka retaliated with a shot to the head. Both of those will be out for a period of time now. Referees are sorting this out as both players got a little bit too rambunctious at the end of this nicely played game. We don't want to see any chippiness happen. Referees stepped in to make sure that everything is taken care of quickly. Still Referees are trying to straighten everything out. We'll announce to our stats people what the penalties are. We know there's going to be a penalty on both. I'm pretty sure that the second penalty that will be called will be a major one. Maxfield will be out for at least a minute. The Methodist player may be ejected from the game. So Colin Maxfield gets a 2-minute unnecessary roughness penalty. Smirka will receive an illegal cross-check, which is a 3-minute penalty. Both players will be out for the rest of the game. Both teams will be playing a man down. It's a minute 21 left to go. Knights just need to burn through this minute 21 with no unnecessary penalties. No one gets hurt. And they'll have a great win to end this season. Again, a win. The Knights will go to 6-9. Rich clears the ball by himself. Tried to play the ball over to Tunick. Tunick moved, took his eye off the ball just too quick. And on the errant pass, the Monarchs will regain possession. Last minute 5 left in this half. And in the game, the Knights just need to kill the clock. Knights are pressuring, trying to make the clear as hard as possible for the Monarchs. Also to burn time off the clock. There's no way that the Monarchs can win this game, but we got to make sure that the Knights remain in a positive state. No chippiness. Again, they have a chance to go on into a Capital Athletic Conference tournament game. It all depends on St. Mary's and their games on Wednesday and Saturday. Lamb with a great save. Ball's on the ground. Picked up nicely by Ty Haith. Haith dodges to the middle and is able to get a shot past Lamb on his left-hand side. That'll be Haith's first of the game. And that brings the goal count to 9 for the Monarchs. So with 5 seconds left to go, the Knights lead this game 16-9. I'm assured that the Knights will win this game, as there's no such thing as a 7-point goal. Again, no chippiness. The Knights don't need that, because if they are able to continue on for one more game, they don't want any of their players to be ineligible for it. Again, stay with us at the end of the game. After the Knights go through and shake hands and greet the fans, we will have a presentation to 2 seniors on the Knights lacrosse team. Ball's out. And that's the game. As the Knights record now goes to 6-9, they end their season on a win here at home. Best record in the NCAA Division III era. Again, they try to wait it out now, as they are tied with St. Mary's for 6th position in the Capital Athletic Conference. They own the tiebreaker with St. Mary's. The Knights have finished their season. St. Mary's still has 2 conference games left to go. They play Christopher Newport on Wednesday and Frostburg State on Saturday. A win in either one of those games, the Knights are out of the conference tournament. If St. Mary's loses both of those games, the Knights are in again by virtue of the tiebreaker. So this will be one time that the Knights will be rooting for Christopher Newport and for Frostburg. So if you're out there, please root for those 2 teams as the Knights are trying to get into their Capital Athletic Conference tournament. Goal scorers for today, the Knights have multiple goal scorers. Brady Cook with 1, Jason Wynn with 1, Mike Bangeter with 2, Spencer Tunick with 2, Zach Danneman with 2, Casey Rich with 4, and Peyton Kimber with 4. Great game by the Knights. Scoring was divided evenly amongst the team. You couldn't really key on one person, and we're hopeful that the Knights can continue on into Capital Athletic Conference tournament play. Stay with us while they get set up for the presentation for the seniors, and we'll be right back. Welcome back to the fields at Southern Virginia University. Today they're going to honor two seniors. First senior is Mike Bangeter. As you see, number 1 there, raise his hands. Mike has played in 47 games in his 3-year career as a Knight. In that time, he has recorded 25 goals, 18 assists, including goals this year against Wesley, St. Mary's, and today versus Methodist. The midfielder was named to the CAC All-Academic Team in both 2013 and 2014. He served a 2-year LDS mission to Frankfurt, Germany, and enjoys rock climbing and playing the guitar and viola. The Highland, Utah native will be graduating with a liberal arts degree in May. He is escorted this afternoon by his parents, Howard and Lisa Bangeter. Ladies and gentlemen, Mike Bangeter. What a great young man. As it said, a huge scholar. Just Capital Athletic Conference All-Academic Team 2 years in a row. Next we have Jason Wynn. Jason has also finished his 3rd year on the men's lacrosse team. He has played in 10 games and recorded an assist in 2014 versus Beloit College. And he scored his first career goal in his first career start today against Methodist University. From Milton, Georgia, Jason was named to the CAC All-Academic Team last year and served an LDS mission to Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. Jason is majoring in computer science and is escorted by his wife, Isabel. Ladies and gentlemen, Jason Wynn. Again, just great to see these young men able to come back from their missions and play at such a high level. Next, we have a very special recognition and gift for Isabel Wynn. Whether at home or away, Isabel has traveled with the team to film each and every game the past 2 years. A big thank you to her and her time and sacrifice. Big hand and thank you to Isabel Wynn. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a great year for men's lacrosse soccer. They finished 6-9. They're waiting on pins and needles. Lacrosse. My sports have been mixed up. But a great season for lacrosse. They're at 6-9. They're waiting on pins and needles to see if Christopher Newport and Frostburg State can do what they're supposed to do and beat St. Mary's so they can get into the Capital Athletic Conference tournament. We'd like to congratulate Coach Lamb, the coaching staff of the Knights, and especially the players for their hard work and diligence. Also, we'd like to thank you for joining us during these games. Please keep with us as we have tomorrow softball and on Saturday women's lacrosse, which will be our last broadcast of the season. Stay with us, return to join us, and root your Knights on. Thank you and good night.